So good to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a few questions to go through here. It's going to be kind of
Yeah.
a conversation style interview.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask how you got into skating. Can you talk about the Can Skate program? And you started skating pretty young, at 4 or 5 years old. Do you have any advice for young people getting into skating, especially at a year where there might be increased attention and a lot of parents and or children wanting to get into the sport?
So I started skating when I was 4, like you said. When I was 4, I was kind of trying sort of every different sport. I was really athletic as a kid. I really liked just moving around, and I think I had a lot of energy. And naturally, as a Canadian, I was put on the ice. Just at my local rink, at the Richmond Olympic Oval, actually, where I train now. That's where I took my first steps. But just throughout their Learn to Skate program, and then after that, I moved on quickly to the Can Skate program with Skate Canada. And that's really when I started to kind of enjoy just being on the ice. I didn't really know much about figure skating at that point. But yeah, I really enjoyed being on the ice. And yeah, I just knew I wanted to continue this. But I didn't know like what figure skating was or anything beyond like learning how to skate. So one of the coaches at my rink back then kind of suggested that I try figure skating. So I went into their they called it a junior academy program, which is the next step after Can Skate. And yeah, that's where I started to learn how to spin and jump, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think in some countries, like parents throw their kids into the water to learn how to swim, and like Canadians, they throw their kids onto the ice.
Yeah, I definitely did swimming too as well. I actually played tennis for a while, alongside skating, but.
Was there any other sports that piqued your interest that if you weren't skating, you'd be interested in doing?
Yeah, I think tennis probably was the biggest one. It was the one that I did for the longest, besides skating, but eventually I had to pick one.
Okay, and I saw that you have a lot of interest in hiking and cycling as well. Do you have any trails you recommend on the West Coast?
Yeah, for sure. I live in Vancouver, so hiking it's so accessible. One of the hikes I did a couple years ago was called Panorama Ridge. And
I've been wanting to do that.
Oh, really?
One.
Yeah.
I did like up to Garibaldi Lake, but
yeah.
So half of it. But
okay, that's also nice as well.
Did you do it as a day hike, or was it like a camping? Okay.
So once I went to Garibaldi, and then another time all the way up to the top.
Okay, so you did it a couple times.
I did it twice, yeah, but it's an insane
that?
hike. I definitely recommend you do like a warm-up first.
Start extremely early.
Yeah. I started, I think, 7 a.m. It took like 9 hours, I would say. The view was totally worth it.
And you had a really good short program here with a personal best. You had a lot of fire, and you attacked so many elements. And you had a good fight in the free as well. How did it feel being back in front of a home crowd?
It felt amazing. It was something that I've been, I guess, dreaming about for about a year with like the injury and everything. So it's definitely nice. The energy here is on a different level, I would say. It feels good to skate in front of a crowd again, feel the energy. They really help me push through. Even day-to-day training, I feel motivated because of them.
And your skating club seems very supportive. How is that environment like for you to train in? And one of the rinks that your club uses was built for the Vancouver Olympics.
Yes.
Does that ever motivate you?
Yeah, for sure. I skate out of the Richmond Olympic Oval, which was coincidentally where I first started skating. So it's definitely nice. I've definitely seen the rink evolve back when it was a speed skating track now to a full kind of venue. But it's definitely nice to skate under the Olympic rings every single day. And with the club, yeah, I've been with the Connaught Skating Club for I think over a decade. So it's it definitely feels like home. We're all just one big family. I've seen so many other skaters sort of grow up, and I've grown up alongside them. So, yeah, definitely a very homey environment.
There's a lot of great coaches and former skaters involved with
Yeah.
Connaught.
Yes.
How has that helped your progression in your career? Can you share any advice or support that they've shared with you that's helped you move forwards up to this point?
Yeah, I think having those amazing former skaters around the rink is nice. Just kind of being around them, being able to ask questions sort of anytime I needed. Kirsten Moore-Towers is one of the coaches with our pair program at Connaught. And Liz and Patrick also stop by from time to time, so that's definitely nice. Just having them so accessible in Vancouver is a great help. Just being able to discuss sort of my struggles and knowing what they've gone through to really just trust what they're saying. They definitely know a lot more than I do, so it's really nice.
And a lot of people say that figure skating is such a niche and elite sport
Yeah.
that there's very few people that go through exactly what you're going through.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's nice to have that sort of support environment at home.
You had a breakout season in 23-20 and 2024 with your first national title, your first senior championship, making the final group of 4 continents, a home world, and then you had your season cut short with injury. Can you speak about the ups and downs and that juxtaposition in general? How does it feel like to be back?
Yeah, definitely a huge roller coaster of emotions, I would say. I think the momentum really started sort of in the Grand Prix series of, I think, 2023 with Skate Canada and NHK. I think that's where I really started to feel comfortable skating in front of big crowds. As you know, the crowds in Japan, they're like huge and amazing place to skate in. I think that really inspired me and got me comfortable being in high pressure environments. And yeah, everything kind of fell into place nicely at nationals, and I was able to continue that momentum. I think the big thing was the momentum leading to 4 continents and worlds. So many new experiences, great memories. And yeah, I was definitely hoping to continue riding that wave going to this Olympic cycle, but unfortunately things happen and it's sport, and yeah, it is what it is.
You were off for quite a while.
Yes.
Did you have time to get into any other hobbies or learn any new skills?
Yeah, the thing with injury and surgery is that you can't really do much. You're kind of stuck in that rehab mode. But it's been nice to sort of reflect on my career up until this point, and it was just nice to step back, kind of reevaluate where I was at in my career, and ask myself questions like why I was skating in the first place and whether it was worth it to continue pushing forward, especially, being off for so long. Those were definitely questions that I asked myself, and I think the biggest thing for me coming back was the fans. Being able to skate in an environment like Canadian Nationals, hearing the roar of the crowd, I think that's something I didn't get to experience and I definitely missed for a long time.
Yeah, I think injury does put you in a different mental landscape.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it does teach you some things, but...
Yeah, it makes me definitely more grateful for every opportunity that I get, because you never know what could happen.
You've been to a good number of Canucks games.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any standout moments?
I'd have to say the year that they made the playoffs. It was around the time of after Worlds, before Stars on Ice. So yeah, that was crazy. The whole city was buzzing. I remember just like going outside, all the cars and had like Canucks flags on them. Everyone, the whole city was watching. I think Vancouver really loves their hockey, me included. But yeah, it was great. And yeah, I got a small little mention on their stories while they were in the playoffs, so that was really exciting as well. It's been a long time since they've made the playoffs, so...
Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Kind of similar energy to when the Blue Jays played
the Dodgers.
The Dodgers. And
Yeah.
Very
Similar.
Like, lead up.
So close.
So close.
Yeah.
They got, they were so close to having a parade in Toronto.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. You mentioned Stars on Ice. Do you think that you'd be interested in doing show skating at some point?
Yeah, for sure. Stars on Ice was a great opportunity, and I will probably remember that for the rest of my life. But yeah, I definitely hope to do more in the future. How that plays out is not really up to me. But yeah, I would definitely love to do more shows in the future.
And thinking forward, do you have any pieces of music that you'd like to skate to at some point?
Nothing too concrete. I have like very, very rough ideas just floating around. But honestly, I've been so busy trying to prepare for this season with recovery and everything that I haven't really thought about anything beyond this season. But one of the artists that I really enjoy listening to is Jackson Wang. He's a Hong Kong singer, also doing K-pop, but I really love his music. So I would love to skate to one of his songs one day. Maybe.
Yeah, he's quite fun.
Yeah.
Do you have a workout playlist or like a playlist where if somebody gives you the aux cord at the rink, you put that in, or?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. What does it mostly include? Like, do you have any specific genres that you like?
I really like 2010 era music, like pop, like One Direction, old Justin Bieber. I think those songs are really nostalgic for me growing up and being born in 2005. So it's always kind of nice and change of.
Always brings you back.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you kind of skate? So I skate myself too, and sometimes in a rink session, I notice that like whenever there's very high energy music, people skate a bit like more intensely
Faster,
or like harder,
yeah.
like attack the elements more
For sure.
instead of when there's like soft. Do you ever feel like that's the case?
Yeah, for sure.
And on a day-to-day session, not on like a.
Yeah, day-to-day sessions, especially when you're skating competitively, doing it for so long, it definitely gets dull sometimes. So music on sessions, especially when we kind of switch it up, that's where the energy comes from.
Okay, all right, sweet. Well, thank you very much for your time. Are you gonna stick around tomorrow to watch any of them?
Yes, I'll be around for the women's.
Okay, sweet. I hope you have fun.
Thank you.
I hope you have time to rest.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.